Hey guys, it's Kathleen with Thrifty Britches back with another What Sold video, and this What Sold video is for the week beginning June 3rd and ending on June 10th. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a part-time reseller and a full-time school counselor, and I have an eBay store with my sister Karen, who is a full-time kindergarten teacher and a part-time reseller, and together we make up Thrifty Britches. We sell predominantly on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and we sell everything from toys to hard goods to clothes, shoes, purses, all the things. So if you are interested in reselling content, if you like Thrift With Me videos and What Sold videos, then please consider hitting the subscribe button because it helps us out tremendously. And if this video is something that you want to see more of, definitely go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And so now let's get into the haul. I'm going to start with everything that's sold on eBay. And unless I indicate that it was a free shipping item, which I almost never do, but in this What Sold video, I do have one free ship on eBay, but otherwise it is that the buyer paid for the shipping. Okay, so this first item is this Garnet Hill tunic. This we picked up at a yard sale for $2. It's super cute, really oversized, very comfy, and it has pockets, which everybody loves. It was in a size medium and it was in really good condition. We picked it up at a yard sale for $2 and we sold it for $15. Next item is another set of books. This is the last of those horse books that I picked up a couple of weeks ago in my Thrift With Me video. This is a set of 8 Marguerite Henry books, all about horses. I forget the name of the series, but it is all books 1 through 8. And I paid only $4 for those at a yard sale, and I sold them for $25. This Brockway mug, these mugs have been good to us, guys. These are definitely a BOLO. If you find these vintage Brockway milk glass mugs with the months of the year, they have just been selling really, really steadily for us. We paid only 79 cents for this mug and we sold it for $16.99. And so we picked up all 12 of those and we opted to sell them individually as opposed to just selling the whole year worth of mugs. And we only have 4 more left. So 8 at $16.99 a pop is pretty good. We have been really, really happy with picking those up. Even though they have taken 10 months to sell, they've been consistently selling. Next up is this Life-Proof phone case. It is for an iPhone 6 Plus, 6S, and it is in the color black. And I got this at a yard sale 2 weeks ago. I picked up 3 of them. They were only $1 each. And I really could kick myself for not picking up more. She had more of a different brand. It wasn't Life-Proof and it wasn't OtterBox. No, I take that back. She had another OtterBox, but it was like for an iPhone 5, and I just thought, oh, let me stick with the 6s and the 7s. And I really wish for $1 a piece I had just grabbed them all, but I grabbed these 3, and so all 3 of them have sold. This one sold for $24. Next is this Tommy Bahama boat neck 3/4 sleeve shirt or tunic. This we grabbed at an estate sale for $2. It has been listed for literally 6 months, and I sold it finally for $5 just to get rid of it. So no fanfare there. Tommy Bahama is just meh. I don't know if it's just this shirt. We've had other items. Sometimes the men's like Hawaiian type shirts do a little bit better, but I don't think I will go out of my way to pick up Tommy Bahama for women ever again. Okay, here is another one of those phone cases that I grabbed for $1. This is an OtterBox. It is for the iPhone 7 Plus. Again, I paid only $1 for this, and this one sold for $20. This vintage Washington Redskins shirt for number 7, whoever that is in an adult size small. I grabbed a couple of Redskins t-shirts thinking because they're not called the Redskins anymore, and I don't know what they're called, but because of all of the, I thought, oh, this will be a desirable item. I mean, it sold. I only paid $2.99 for it in Goodwill, and it sold for $15. I grabbed this Delta Coordinates toilet paper holder a couple of weeks ago at a yard sale for $2. It was at a big church yard sale, and they had a bunch of other things. They had some hooks by Delta Coordinates. They had a towel rack and different things like that. When I looked at the comps, the toilet paper holders seemed to do the best. And so I grabbed that one and I left the other ones. I don't know if that was a mistake. It's just sometimes I grab these things and I just get so excited. I throw them in my blue bag and then I'm stuck with them for months upon months upon months. So I figured, well, let me take one because they're such a great price and we'll just see how we do. And it sold really, really quickly for $22. I grabbed this BJ and Baby Bop singing dolls. I didn't even know they sang. I just thought it was plush. And then when I got it home and I was looking to see if I needed to clean anything up, I'm like, well, there's something inside. And so I popped in some batteries and I noticed right away that I noticed right away that BJ's spring inside of his battery case was missing. And I thought, well, hell, it's not going to work then. But I'm very resourceful, and so I just took a spring out of a ballpoint pen and I put it in there, stuck the battery on top, and sure enough, that did the trick. It made the connection and it worked perfectly. So I took pictures of it and included that in the description so that the buyer was aware that it wasn't the original spring, and also so they were aware of how I got it to work so that they could get it to work once they got it in their house. But that sold pretty quickly too. It was only listed about 3 days. I paid 50 cents a piece for those. And the pair of them, I lotted them together and they both sold together for $19. Okay, this brand, Jamie Sadek, and I think I'm saying it right, is for sure a BOLO, y'all. I picked up 6 pieces 2 weeks ago at a yard sale. I paid $2 a piece and 5 out of the 6 have sold, and the only one that's remaining has got a ton of likes, and it's a sweater, so I really wasn't even thinking it was going to sell anytime soon anyway. So this was the first piece to sell, and this is a quarter zip golf shirt, and it was really pretty. It had a lot of different colors going on. It gave me kind of like 80s Jams vibes, if you're old enough to remember wearing Jams. It's kind of what it reminded me of. Again, I paid $2 for it. It was in a size large and it sold within a couple of hours of having been listed for $25. Next up, I sold this Teeny Ties stackable Wally. I got this for free at a yard sale several weeks ago. Well, probably a couple of months ago. Like I said, I didn't pay anything for it, so I just figured, well, let me list it and see what happens. And I was really pleasantly surprised because that sucker sold for $9.50. Go figure. So, I was also at a yard sale this weekend and I picked up another one, but he didn't make it into my thrift haul because I just rammed him in my purse. I paid 50 cents for him and I stuck him in my purse and I totally forgot about him, and so I didn't find him for a few days later, but I'll keep you posted. So far he's got a couple of likes, but nobody has bought him. But hey, for a quarter, 50 cents, or free, $9, not a problem. I will do that. Teeny tiny little thing. I just throw it in my plushie drawer and I am good to go. Okay, this Disney Sleeping Beauty Prince was a real surprise to me. I wasn't even sure if he was worth anything. I grabbed him at a yard sale for $1. And so he sold for $18. Now, he hung around a little while. He's probably been listed about 3 weeks or maybe even a month. But he sold, and so he sold for $18, which was pretty good. The next 2 items are also Jamie Sadek. So again, I only paid $2 a piece for each of them. First are these golf capris in a nice khaki color, size large. And also to the same buyer went this sleeveless golf shirt, also in a size large. I liked that one because it was kind of like a snakeskin vibe to it, really, really pretty. So I was $4 all in for this lot, and together they sold for $48. So the buyer actually bought them as separate because I had everything listed separately. And so she bought them separately, but I went in and lotted them together to save her some money on the shipping. So we were both happy. I picked up these vintage Disney short dolls at the same yard sale that I scored the Barney, or rather the Baby Bop and the BJ dolls. And I only paid $2 for these short dolls. I usually will pick up vintage Disney clothes, especially if it's embroidered, They don't usually go for a ton of money for me, but they usually do move, and these were no exception. They were in a size large. I paid $2 for them at the yard sale, and they sold for $14. They probably sold within 5 or 6 days of me having listed them. These Birkenstock Batula Gizas, I think I'm saying that correctly, Giza shoes in a size 40, which is a US size 9. I scored at that same yard sale with the shortalls and with the Barney plush. And I only paid $2 for these. I didn't even know they were Birkenstocks because all I could see was the Batula on the side. And so I thought, well, they look like Birkenstocks. They look really, really well made. I'm just gonna scoop them up and grab them. And I figured for $2 I would take a chance. They were in a good size, a size 9. And then when I got home and looked at them, I realized that Batula is part of Birkenstock. So yay me. They sold within about 4 to 5 days of having listed them. Again, I paid $2 for them and they sold for $34. Another Jamie Sadek sold. This was a sleeveless pink quarter zip golf shirt, also in a size large. Paid $2 for it, and this one sold for $20. These Pilcrow and letterpress denim shorts were new without tags. They were in a size 29. I have had them listed for probably 2 months. It might have even been a little bit longer. We grabbed them at the Salvation Army for $2.99, and they sold for $18. I sold this Rampage George gorilla King Kong looking action figure. I picked this up when I was thrifting in Mississippi, and I paid $3 for him. I had him listed really, really high based upon comps. I listed him at $200, and y'all, he is not going anywhere. That was from May, so the beginning of May. I kept on getting likes. I would get really lowball offers like $20, and I ended up lowering his price to $100 and free shipping and putting him on eBay. And I accepted an offer of $75. We started out at $60 and we kept going back and forth, and we ended up at $75. And I thought, you know what? For $3 into $75, happy to have it out of my closet because Ashley's now home from school and I got to get all my eBay crap out of there. So the last item for my eBay sales is also another item from that yard sale where I got the Barney plush and the Birkenstocks and all the things. I also got a pair of athletic pants there, but they haven't sold yet. I picked up these new with tags Old Navy shorts. I don't usually go out of my way to pick up Old Navy. There's just not enough meat on the bones, but these were only 50 cents and they were new with tags and they were in a size 12. So I thought, it's worth taking a shot. And especially because they're shorts, they're not going to take up a lot of room in my inventory. They sold within 6 days of having listed them. Again, I paid only 50 cents for them and they sold for $10. Okay, the next couple of items are from Poshmark. First up is this Athleta tankini. I had this listed probably about 2 months, maybe a little bit less than that. It was in a 34 BC. And we picked it up at Goodwill for $5.99 and it sold for $14. So just okay. I'm not a fan of buying things at Goodwill to resell all the time because you don't always get the best profit margin with some of the things that you get at Goodwill. And since it's yard sale season, I just don't see any reason to be going to Goodwill unless it's like a home run. And I mean, I've been doing so well at yard sales. And you'll see at the end of this video, my cost of goods is down so low for this what sold video. And it's just because most of the items that I'm selling are yard sale pickups. All right, next is this Longer Burger Halloween basket. I am not really big on putting hard goods on Poshmark. I have maybe 5. And I don't know what it was that made me put this up there. And at the time that I was listing it, I was having so much trouble with Mercari and shipping. And so it was just kind of giving me a migraine. And I thought, we'll give it a shot. We'll put it on Poshmark. And lo and behold, it sat around for a couple of months, but it did finally sell. We picked this up at an estate sale for $3 and it finally sold for $25. Next are these blue North Face shorts. They are in a size 8. We grabbed these at a yard sale for $2 and they sold for $16. They had a little bit of a pull at the bottom that I noted in the description, and that's the reason they didn't go higher than 16. Last Poshmark item is this Chico's oyster shell belt. Really, really pretty in a size medium large. We grabbed it at a yard sale for only $1 and it has been listed since February maybe. And we finally did sell it for $15. I had one sale on Mercari, and that was this Sunny the Bee Squishmallow. And he sold super fast. He sold within about 18 hours. It wasn't even a full 24 hours. Grabbed him at an estate sale for $1, and he sold super, super quickly for 18 bucks. Now, that 18 bucks, I do have to net out shipping of $3.51. And I forgot, but for George, the Rampage, that gorilla, I did pay $9 in shipping to ship him out to his new home. So have to back that out of my profit. Okay, the last 3 items in this what sold are from Facebook Marketplace. I've been posting more and more on Facebook Marketplace. It's only in beta testing for Vendu, so sometimes it gets a little glitchy for me. And when it starts doing that, I just peace out and don't list it on Facebook Marketplace. But when it's working, I like to use it and just get some more eyes on it. My one complaint about Facebook Marketplace is the notifications aren't as great. And so sometimes I definitely miss when I get a question or I get an offer on Facebook Marketplace. And so I have to be a little bit more intentional about going in and checking it to make sure I haven't got any questions or any offers that are outstanding, which is fine now because it's summertime. But once I go back to school, I don't know how that's going to work, especially since I'm going back into graduate school in the fall. Okay, I sold this Harry Potter Hogwarts Express train that I grabbed about 3 weeks ago at a yard sale. It was in my Thrift With Me video, and I paid only $4 for that, and it sold for $35, and it sold to somebody who was local, so I didn't even have to pay a fee or pay for shipping, which is always nice. This Playmobil camping boat set sold within a week of having listed it. I paid $2.50 for this at a yard sale. I actually paid $5 for this big bag of Playmobil, but it was actually 2 sets put together. So I broke one set out, the zoo set and the camping set. And so this is the camping set. And so that's why the cost of goods I have as $2.50. This I did have to ship out. However, she paid for shipping herself. And so I sold this for $24. And then the last item that I sold on Facebook Marketplace was this Dymo label maker with cartridge in perfect working order. We grabbed this at a yard sale for just $1, and we thought maybe we'll use it ourselves. And then I was like, I'll just list it and see what happens. Somebody offered me 10 bucks for it, so I said, sure, here you go. For the period of June 3rd through June 10th, I sold a total of 30 items for which I paid $55.76, which leaves me with an average cost of goods per item of $1.86, which is super low for us. Usually we hover around the $3, sometimes the $4 mark. So that's a really low cost of goods. Thank you, yard selling. All of those 30 items sold for a total of $619.98, and I did net out the shipping for the 2 items, the Squishmallow and for George the gorilla. I estimated 20% fees, which comes to $124. That $124 is actually really kind of high, but I'm going to go with it. Give a conservative estimate. However, most of my items sold on eBay, and my fees just aren't that high. They're much closer to the 10 to 12% range. And so when I take all of that out of the profit, that leaves us with a total profit for the week of $552.22, which we are really, really happy with. I've told you before, I like to keep it right around the $400 mark. Summer slump is a real thing, so for us to have a week where we sold $500 worth of stuff, doing it part-time, that is awesome. All right, guys, that wraps up everything for this What Sold video. If you liked this video, go ahead and give us the thumbs up. Also, consider hitting the bell notification so that you get an email whenever we upload a video. And also, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have new people join our reselling community. We also love to hear the things that you see in our videos that we missed, because I know we miss things. We're still in that learning process. Have a great week. I will be back on Sunday with a Thrift With Me video. And remember, guys, it's not cheap, it's thrifty. Bye, guys.